What's going on, guys? My name is Ethan Smallwood, and welcome to Coal River Bonsai. And today I'm just going to be talking a little bit about cold stratification of tree seeds. And pretty much the whole idea around tree seeds is some tree seeds have to go through a thing called cold stratification in order to break their dormancy and break the seed shell. Well, some species need this, some don't. Some you can just, use a thing called warm stratification and just plant the seed either in the soil bed in the summer or do them indoors. Well, here comes the tricky part. I've got an example here where I'm sprouting, here on Coal River Bonsai, we are sprouting giant sequoia seeds as well as some Japanese black pine seeds. And I'm going to show you an example here just in a second. So cold stratification is just breaking the seed. So what I do is I put them in a container, for 48 hours, ones that need cold stratification. Some need a thing called scarification, like black pine seeds need this because they're very hard. There's a tip on them that I just take a scissors and nip off and put in water. Giant sequoias, they're light, like maples, they're airy, they don't need that. Put all these in lukewarm water, 48 hours, all night. In other words, the next day, get them out, drain them, make sure you don't lose them, anything like that, and make sure there's no water standing. Okay, we want to dust forth now, put them in the freezer for 48 hours. That's another day. Okay, then after that you want to take them out of the freezer, put them in the refrigerator and put damp paper towel in. You'll have to empty the seeds out of your container. Okay, be careful. Then put damp, wet. You got to make sure it's wet, not soaking wet, just fill capacity, damp. Okay, put that in your container, paper towel, moist, fold it if need to. I wouldn't, I would just put it in there and just drop your seeds in. Put that in there, put it in the refrigerator, thus for not the freezer again, but the refrigerator. And go from that to the refrigerator for 2 weeks instead of just 48 hours in the freezer. This is going to trick the seeds to break dormancy and sprout. And I've got an example of that for you guys today here on Coal River Bonsai. So stay tuned for that. And we'll show you a little bit of. This is the product of cold stratification. These are loblolly pine seeds that I've gotten to sprout from seed, and I collected these from a local park here in West Virginia and the Appalachians, and they're very easy to sprout. These do not need scarification, just cold dormancy, just cold stratification. So they're not real hard to sprout, and I would recommend, this is the product of, just a little bit of time. And the cool part about this is somebody told me cold dormancy these guys for 4 months. Pulled them out in 5-6 weeks. And to be honest with everybody here on Coal River Bonsai tonight, well, it's they sprouted, they sprouted taproots. I've got another example of how I do warm stratification, germination, after the cold dormancy. But it just looks like blade grass, and these are not fake. As you guys can see, I'll give it a close-up. These are loblolly pine seeds, also known as yellow southern yellow pine. And they're very easy to sprout. And I'll have another example here for you guys of some seeds that you do not need to cold stratify at all. You can just put them in warm germination and, gonna sprout them. These are hibiscus syricus, Rose of Sharon seeds. These grow wild in West Virginia. Some people have them in their yards and stuff, and they produce a seed pod. Really easy to sprout. And they're beautiful. They're a flowering tree, almost like a cherry blossom or something. They're very beautiful to sprout. So that's, another thing. So really, bonsai from seed is really nothing but just, learning what tree you need, what it needs, and, where to go from there. I'm going to give you guys one more example here on Coal River Bonsai tonight of some seeds I have in water. And these seeds right here, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but these seeds right here are some giant sequoia dendrogiganteum seeds, and Japanese black pine, Japanese thunbergy. And, these are just soaking in water, and I'm about to drain them tomorrow and stuff, and put them in the freezer, thus forth, and go from there. Then, honestly, after you guys are done with that, find a warm router, moist paper towel, put it in a sandwich bag. The seeds after cold dormancy, pull them out of the refrigerator, put them in that, put them on some sort of plate to absorb the heat, because you don't want to burn these seeds. You don't want to bake them. But after you're done with that, you just put them in here, and on top of like a warm PS4, maybe like a router or something of that sort. But experiment with that. Maybe even a low wattage heat mat, something like that. But you get the picture. It's very easy. As you can see, they're very easy to sprout from seed. So very easy to sprout from seed. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much the gist of the video, and I hope you guys learned something from this and gathered some information, because I'll tell you a story about these lobolite pines before, we close this video off here, because this is, believe it or not, the first video of the year, So, these pine seeds, I tried to sprout Japanese black pines again, didn't know how to do it. They're really, yeah. So, 5 years. Those lobolite pines, I sprouted 11 out of 16 seeds that I collected, and I have more germinating now, and some hemlock seeds too. But pretty much it took me 5 years to sprout pine seeds, or pine trees from seed. 5 years. It's 2022 now, and it took me since 2018. So 5 years, if that tells you anything of how long of a lengthy process it takes just to sprout these things from seed, or learn how to. And don't give up. It takes a long time, man. You just gotta keep doing it, man. Some things do better, some don't. Start with easy, go work your way up. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to Coal River Bonsai. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't you know what I mean? Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell for future videos in the future, for new juicy creative juiciness and this, that, and the other. So take it easy, guys, and